But yeah, Hattie, I'm gonna ask you for the people listening here, what in your opinion, what should they be doing and could they be doing to help end this Kurdish genocide and to spread awareness for it all over the
I
world?
mean, unfortunately, we have to work with the governments. We have our own representatives, our senators, our member of parliaments, our politicians. We have to write to them. Also, the media. We have to ask media to let the Kurdish people like me and other political activists to have a chance to speak the truth. I am writing to CNN, Washington Post, and New York Times, and NBC and CBS that I want to be on their show and I want to be a voice of the Kurdish concerns, Kurdish struggle. But they are not answering me. They know sooner or later the truth will be told by someone like me. And it will be a chain reaction. And if millions of people asking them that, why there is no Kurdish experts talking on the US TV, European TVs, there are panel programs, 5 experts are talking and none of them are Kurd. And they are talking about the Kurd. But what the Kurd says, what the Kurd thinks, nobody is asking.
Do you think that's done intentionally?
Of course, because they know we can prove Turkey is involved in ISIS sponsorship. We can prove Turkey is a racist regime. We can involve Turkey is involved in genocides and war crimes. Just like Iraq was proven with the Iraqi War Crimes Tribunal. What happened to Saddam Hussein? He was hanged. Same thing can happen to Turkish politicians, Syrian politicians, Iranian politicians. They are involved.
The Kurds were really involved big time with bringing down Saddam, were they not?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It was a war of survival. You are fighting against chemical gas, chemical weapons. You have a bullet in your hand. You can shot once, but when he shot, you can shot 10,000, 20,000, 50,000.
Yeah.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki, we shot 1 million, right?
Yes.
So Saddam Hussein was killed very cheap. He's supposed to really trial for the genocide against the Kurds. He was trial for killing 163 Shias in Basra. He was not trial for the Kurdish genocide.
And they executed him really fast, like right away.
Yeah. Because the Shias get their chances. But the Kurds didn't. There's a guy known as Chemical Ali, Hassan Ali Majid. He was saying, I will gas all the Kurds. And his trial case same. He was not trial for genocide of Kurds. The Kurdish genocide still not taken to court. Kurdish genocide in Syria, Kurdish genocide in Iran, Kurdish genocide in Turkey, still waiting to be in a war crimes tribunal and face the justice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like they could have. I wish they'd do that with our leaders here. A lot of them, even our, like Kissinger and Bush and Cheney and Obama. All of them. These people are war criminals. But I think they should try them for every crime. If they're going to execute them, that's fine. But after they've been tried and shamed, and their people with them have been shamed and publicly outed or jailed, whatever. You know what I mean? But it just seems like with Saddam, they didn't do. They just kind of wanted him dead really, really fast.
Yeah, but when USA invaded Iraq, they created a transitional period government, and they sent a guy. The first guy they sent was Jay Garner. He was a former general, and he wanted to do a different way, just like the General James Marshall, the Marshall Plan for the after World War II. He had a different idea about Iraq, and then they took him off, and they sent another guy, Paul Bremer. And what he did, he told the Iraqi army go home. He told the Iraqi Ba'athist party officials go home. He disbanded them. That was a huge mistake. And they reorganized, and now they are fighting against the U.S. in Iraq, and they are fighting the Iraqi government. And I wrote about it at that time, 1992, 1993. I wrote about it. I said, this can be done this way. I mean, simple political science. I don't know, Pol Sci 101. You cannot, create your own enemy with your stupidity. I'm sorry to say that, but
Yeah, but it's true.
yeah. Now, same thing that if Iraqi, let's say Syria. Now there's a Syrian civil war. If you take if you take Assad off the power, how are you gonna find new consensus that the Kurds and Islamists and secular Arabs, Christian Arabs, and Alawis will live together? It's not possible. They destroyed Syria. The only thing holding Syria together is today because Kurds are not fighting Assad government. What's the Kurds' benefit fighting the Assad government? Nothing. Syrian government has an air force. Syrian government has chemical weapons. Syrian government has national army still. It's not the benefit of the Kurds to fight Assad. Same thing with the Russians. They don't, tell the Kurds, obey Assad and become peaceful and don't ask for any rights. It's only Turkey saying, I will occupy Syria, I will take Assad off the government, I will call Kurds terrorists, I will bring my way, my peace to the Syria. USA doesn't say that. NATO doesn't say that. Then we will say, who are you? This is not even Turkish land. But other than the Kurds, no one is opposing Turkey. USA is not opposing Turkey. NATO is not opposing Turkey. Russia is not opposing Turkey. This must change. And the change is in our hand. We have to force our own government to stop supporting Turkey, to stop calling Turkey ally.
I agree. So everybody just needs to spread awareness and wake people up to the fact that it's going on. I think a lot of people don't know what's going on in a lot of places in the world, much less right where they are, especially in the United States.